YouTube, let me fix this mic real quick. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the Bob and Show. In this one, we got another reaction video coming back to you from Sports Getter Wrestling in there. Why John Cena just ruined wrestling video. Wait, first things first. Leave a like on the, whoa, I'm telling myself that. First, I gotta leave a like on the video, and all of Sports Getter Wrestling information will be in the description below if you want to go check out their channel. Subscribe to the boys, subscribe to the Rob King Show, leave a like on this video. Let's try to at least get 15 likes on this video. If y'all could please do that for your boy, it will be really much appreciated. Without further ado, let's get into it.
John Cena is officially a 17-time world champion, which happened at WrestleMania 41 thanks to the help of Travis Scott. And sure, there might be an asterisk around it right now, but do you think that Ric Flair achieved all 16 world titles through fairness and honor? It wasn't a surprising result. We even called it a few days before the event, and the fact that Cody Rhodes stood tall to the end of the show on SmackDown was a sign that John Cena was winning it. So how exactly is John Cena going to ruin
the fact that we still going on for that? Like, I remember we always, yo, I'm sorry, real quick. I remember, I don't know if y'all did this as well. I remember as a kid, to what he's saying about like whoever before the pay-per-view, whoever stood tall, we kind of knew who was gonna win. Is the fact that we still like look at that and do that stuff like that to determine the outcome. Sometimes you gotta be careful because Triple H will like do that and swerve us all. But I remember when back in the day, like if John Cena or whoever that was like, let's say the pay-per-view was Sunday and the Monday of Raw before the pay-per-view, and let's say he was going against whoever, and if the person he was going against stood tall, we knew that he was gonna win. I remember that shit so much. If he stood tall, then I don't think John Cena ever stood tall. I don't remember the last. Name a person in the comments below that stood tall on a Raw or SmackDown before a pay-per-view and still won. I need to know that.
Cena heel turn. A lot of what happened is going to be forgotten now that he's the undisputed WWE champion. But the fact is, the first two appearances since his heel turn were underwhelming, and they explained very little. By the way, there's still very little that we actually know about what happened, let alone his association with The Rock. When he was asked about his association with The Rock in the post-Mania press conference, he dismissed it as a clickbait question, just as he did with every other question that was asked of him. What this offers is a new lease on life of his heel run. We have no idea how long his championship run is going to be, but it's a world title reign you should look forward to. We're not going to see a part-time WWE champion. In all likelihood, Cena is going to stick around a lot longer. We know that he'll be competing in some major PLEs later this year, like Clash in Paris, as well as the unnamed PLE that's going to happen in Perth, with WWE advertising it as John Cena's last time in Australia. It doesn't mean that he's going to hold on to the title until October, but it likely means that he's going to hold on to it for a while. With Backlash looming and it being Randy Orton's hometown of St. Louis, there's really only one direction to go with this in the immediate future. That's the last ever John Cena versus Randy Orton match. We know their rivalry wasn't exactly the greatest in terms of match quality, but the storied career these men have had since they first crossed paths makes it a huge selling point. Orton versus Cena one last time in the Viper's hometown at Backlash seems to be the perfect blockbuster main event. But what about after that? The list is quite extensive. But rather than just seeing Cena doing his old hits, it's best if we see him face a mix of new opponents as well as a final showdown with some old ones. It's hard to imagine Cena doing this run without having one last match against legends like Randy Orton and CM Punk. It's also hard to imagine that there won't be a rematch between him and Cody Rhodes at some point in the coming months. The door is essentially open for all comers to challenge for the undisputed WWE Championship. We can see Cena going back and forth on Raw, and hopefully he's able to take on a wide range of opponents that don't include Logan Paul.
I still don't understand why we got 2 titles if the title, if the at least the WWE Championship isn't going to stay on its proper show. Like I really don't understand why we have, why is my bad camera work, bro? Me. By me. I don't understand why we got 2 titles for one title to still feel more important. Don't get me wrong. Back in the days, whatever title was on Raw felt more important. But that's the problem. Like, you got the world title on Raw, and then the WWE Championship is floating between both shows. Like, I don't. You might as well just have one championship, for real.
What we might end up seeing is Cena going through 1, 2, or perhaps even 3 rivalries at most before the wheels start to spin for his eventual babyface return. It's hard to imagine John Cena retiring as a villain, so it almost seems inevitable that he's going to have a redemption arc at some point. We can only hope that it happens a little bit towards the end so that we get a lot more life out of this John Cena heel run. It appears as though he was so used to being a good guy that it took him a while to start picking up things as a bad
Look
guy.
at that.
But John Cena being John Cena.
Once I seen John Cena do a big boot, I was out the room. I was like, what the
He's already adapting. The
Oh,
fact
don't
that there
take- I was
wasn't
like,
even a smile
whoa.
on his face after winning his record 17th World Championship should tell you something. This isn't a guy who wants to shake hands with the person who wins 18. This is a guy who is on a mission, and post WrestleMania, you can finally expect to see business fully picking up, especially with Cena's heel run. You're going to see a more adaptable Cena take a more vicious persona, and the heel Cena we get post WrestleMania is likely going to be a lot better than the one we got pre-Mania.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Sportskeeda Wrestling with the video. Shout out to Sportskeeda Wrestling as always in their content. Like I said, all their information is in the description below if you want to check out their channel. Show some love to them. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Always remember to keep doing your thing, baby, and make it make sense. I'll see y'all in the next video. Safety.